What happens when the glossy image of Hollywood families gets shattered by shocking allegations? Lori Harvey has broken her silence, and her claims are sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. She's not just talking about her controversial relationship with Diddy, she's pointing the finger at her own father, Steve Harvey, suggesting he may have played a role in orchestrating it. Could one of the most respected family men in showbiz, Steve Harvey, really have facilitated his daughter's involvement with Diddy for personal or professional gain? And if so, what does that say about the power dynamics within Hollywood's elite circles? Lori's statements have raised some serious questions. Was this relationship ever about love, or was there something far darker at play?
Our Jen is with me now to talk about another story making headlines today.
Yeah, so this one is actually sparked by these pictures. That's 49-year-old P. Diddy with his hand on his girlfriend's belly. Now that is 22-year-old Lori Harvey. They're in Cabo. She's, of course, talk show host Steve Harvey's stepdaughter. People are talking about maybe she could be pregnant. You know, he's rubbing her belly a little bit, but...
She's put up some Instagrams, I think, that show some clues. Sushi, right? Sushi, a bad thing for pregnancy.
It could go either way. But then also she posted this picture of green juice, which, you know, why would you want a flatter tummy if you really can't avoid it because you're carrying a child?
Ooh, this is conflicting evidence. Okay. Lori was once actually linked to Diddy's son, Justin.
Okay.
Okay, so they were together and then engaged a couple years ago to a Dutch soccer player. She told Carissa Thompson about how he popped the question.
We were in Malibu. I remember the
Were you
time. It was
freaking out?
11:30. I thought it was a joke, and then he went in his pocket, and I just started shaking.
They split up later on that year. Lori and Sean were actually spotted with her dad, Steve, on a boat in Italy earlier on this summer.
That's all. Well, then that's it. He's given the blessing. They're together.
Gave
It's
his
a beautiful
approval.
thing, right? Steve once gave us a little dating advice.
This is what I told this boy who came to take my daughter out. I said, listen to me, son. Whatever you do to her, I'm gonna do to you. Now go and have a nice time.
That's graphic.
Many dads have used that line before.
What can I do to be happy?
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing?
I'm very much in a space right now where I'm not doing anything that's going to compromise my peace and happiness.
This isn't just about a father, a daughter, and a celebrity romance. It's about the way power and influence can twist even the closest relationships. We'll explore Lori's explosive revelations, Diddy's alleged history of control and manipulation, and how Steve Harvey's actions might have played a key role in shaping this disturbing narrative. By the end of this video, you'll have a new understanding of the hidden dynamics in Hollywood families and why Lori's story could spark a much-needed conversation about exploitation, power, and accountability. Stay tuned.
Hey, there's Lori Harvey, you know, Steve Harvey's 22-year-old stepdaughter, in New York looking super happy. And there's Diddy looking, nervous.
So this is fueling the dating rumors that have been going on for a few weeks now.
Yeah, they've been hanging out. Saw her getting out of Diddy's car last week at Nobu, but Diddy's people say she's just a family friend.
Matchy.
They're matching outfits.
Matching outfits?
Matching outfits.
Yeah, but if anything, that dispels dating rumors. Can't see Diddy knowingly doing that. But if this is a real thing...
His father-in-law would be Steve Harvey? That is weird.
Survey says... Oh, we haven't gotten to the weird part yet.
She was previously linked to his oldest son, Justin.
Wait, and hold the phone too.
She dated his son and then she went for daddy.
Does she call him Diddy or Daddy?
Daddy Diddy.
Damn, Diddy.
This is a massive age difference.
That doesn't bother me.
That doesn't bother me at all. I don't care about the age difference. I care about the fact that that's my son's ex.
But we've also seen this where you date a girl and then you date their mom.
Yeah, that happens a lot. In porn, wouldn't call it dating. Anyway.
It's weird because that's the way you think.
Can you imagine dating your mother's ex-boyfriend?
Well, he'd be like 115.
Ah, a younger man.
Have a fun night, kids. But have her back by 11. Sport?
Steve Harvey lays down the law in a blistering memo that has just been leaked, telling his staff at times not to approach him or even speak to him.
The memo lit up social media, and a lot of people jumped to the conclusion that Steve was on some kind of power trip. So, what was really going through his mind? I found out when I talked to Steve exclusively by phone today.
So, Steve, what happened with the memo?
I wrote it at the beginning of the year because I was trying to find out ways that I could just get more me time for me. I'm a 60-year-old man, and I could not find a way to walk from the stage to my dressing room, to sit in my makeup chair, to walk from my dressing room to the stage, or to just sit and have lunch without somebody just walking in.
Steve Harvey spoke to us exclusively this morning from Chicago, where his talk show is wrapping up its last day of production before its move to LA. In a startling memo to staffers that just leaked, Harvey wrote, quote, "There will be no meetings in my dressing room, no stopping by or popping in. No one. Do not come to my dressing room unless invited. Do not open my dressing room door."
The shocking revelation: Lori's allegations against Diddy and Steve Harvey. The entertainment world was left stunned when allegations surfaced suggesting that Lori Harvey's relationship with Diddy may not have been what it seemed. Reports have hinted at Lori implying she was pushed into the relationship, potentially orchestrated by her own father, Steve Harvey. These claims, if true, represent a troubling betrayal and expose a deeper, darker undercurrent within Hollywood's power dynamics.
Hey, was Michael B. Jordan there? I know he's dating your daughter now, so was he sharing Christmas with you?
Yeah.
Look at that, that's happening in front of you?
I've never seen that picture before. Very uncomfortable with that picture right there. I'm not really feeling that picture.
Initially, Lori and Diddy's relationship was presented as a consensual romance, albeit one that raised eyebrows given Diddy's past ties to Lori's ex-boyfriend and Diddy's own son, Justin Combs. Public reactions ranged from amusement to judgment, but many dismissed it as yet another high-profile celebrity fling. However, Lori's recent revelations suggest something far more complex and unsettling. If she was pressured into this relationship, it points to a misuse of influence by those closest to her, leaving fans questioning the ethics behind the situation.
No, I'm just kidding, but listen though, right? Here's the problem with Diddy and Lori, right? See, I think that like they're a thing, right? But then I kind of don't think they're a thing. Because if you ask sources close to Diddy, they'd be like, okay, which we did around the Jamaican Fest time.
Yeah, but we didn't this time, and not
we did it this time.
Nobody's saying nothing.
I mean, you're right. But the Jamaican time, though, they said like, oh, she's a friend of the family. She's been a friend of the family. She's friends with everybody.
This is friend of the family week.
Friend of the family. Let's not forget, too, she dated Diddy's oldest son, Justin, and a lot of people online, too, are making a comparison between Lori and Kim, who passed away. Obviously, Diddy's the mother of his children. And Lori actually posted something when Kim passed saying, "I'm having a hard time." It was just a really nice message, and a lot of people are dragging her on the comment section.
So, okay, but so let me just say something about what Brad just said, because I think that's really important.
The shocking development challenges the public perception of Lori's relationship with Diddy and Steve Harvey's role in her life. It raises unsettling questions about loyalty, familial boundaries, and the lengths to which power and influence can shape personal lives. Fans are now left wondering, did Steve Harvey play an active role in facilitating Lori's relationship with Diddy? And if so, what does this say about his priorities as a father and public figure? Diddy's alleged dark side, patterns of manipulation. Lori Harvey's claims, while deeply personal, appear to align with a broader pattern of allegations against Diddy. Over the years, multiple women, including his exes Cassie and Aubrey O'Day, have come forward with stories of coercion, manipulation, and control. These accounts reveal a disturbing consistency in Diddy's alleged behavior, painting a picture of a man who uses power to dominate and silence those around him.
Where Suge got up there, and he said, dancing all in the videos and all that. Did you thought that was you immediately, or it had to hit you later?
I really couldn't believe it because homeboy, me and him were friends.
Wow.
In
Who,
a
Suge
sense.
and you?
Yeah. He would pick me up from the airport.
Wow.
You know,
I've never heard this before.
Yeah. I mean, you know, we got to break some news here. He picked me up from the airport, the whole entire thing, and
Cassie's claims are perhaps the most well-known. She described a toxic relationship marked by fear, intimidation, and surveillance, where Diddy allegedly manipulated her for years. Aubrey O'Day also spoke out about her time working with Diddy, describing him as a controlling figure who required NDAs to prevent his alleged misconduct from coming to light. These testimonies echo Lori's own alleged experiences, suggesting that Diddy's behavior isn't limited to isolated incidents, but part of a larger, troubling pattern.
We are learning in just the last few minutes that a federal judge is now refusing to grant Sean Diddy Combs bail. Instead, he's going straight to jail tonight. after Diddy pleaded not guilty to charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. I want to show you some of these brand new court sketches coming into us, like literally in the last 90 seconds. This is Combs in court after prosecutors arrested him at a hotel in Manhattan. It's where he's apparently been living for weeks, according to what a person familiar with the move tells NBC News. All of it a tipping point now in that sprawling federal investigation into the superstar's alleged years of sex crimes dating back to 2009. As we're just getting in some new and deeply disturbing details about the allegations against him. You know, it looks like a massive criminal operation, allegedly. At least 50 victims and witnesses so far. And at the center of it, these hours and days-long sex acts known as, in their words, freak-offs that Combs supposedly orchestrated to abuse his victims.
As public awareness of these allegations grows, so does the call for accountability. The similarities between these women's stories are impossible to ignore, making it clear that these are not just coincidental claims but a potential systemic issue. Viewers are now asking, how does Lori's story fit into the broader narrative of Diddy's alleged behavior, and will this finally lead to justice for those affected? The father-daughter dynamic. Steve Harvey's role. Steve Harvey has long been celebrated as a family man, a comedian and television host who often dispenses advice on relationships and fatherhood. However, Lori's allegations have cast a shadow over this carefully curated image. If Steve did indeed play a role in facilitating Lori's relationship with Diddy, it raises troubling questions about his judgment and motivations as a father. Speculation about Steve's involvement has ranged from allegations of financial incentives to claims that he was influenced by Diddy's power and connections within Hollywood. Insiders suggest that Steve's long-standing ties to Diddy and the entertainment industry may have prompted him to prioritize his own career or reputation over his daughter's well-being. Steve always knew how to play the game, one source said, hinting at a transactional dynamic behind the scenes.
This morning, embattled music mogul Sean Diddy Combs will remain behind bars on charges that include sex trafficking and racketeering conspiracy after a second judge overseeing his federal criminal case denied him bond once again.
The fight continues. We're not giving up by a long shot.
Outside the New York City courthouse, his lawyer defiant.
He believes he's innocent. I believe he's innocent. And we're going to fight this case with all of our might until we don't have to fight any longer.
The judge ruling the bail package presented by Combs' lawyer was insufficient, siding with prosecutors, who called Combs a threat to society, adding there is no condition that would assure that the rapper would not obstruct justice. A major topic of discussion ahead of the ruling, this troubled 2016 video that shows Combs brutally beating his then-girlfriend, singer Cassie, who prosecutors say was attempting to escape from one of Combs' so-called freak-offs, elaborated coerced sex parties that he often recorded.
Sean Diddy Combs is locked up in a federal jail that has been plagued by harsh conditions and violence. The Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn has seen multiple deaths in recent years. An inmate was stabbed to death in July, and several others have died by suicide. It's these reasons, among others, that Combs' lawyers are fighting to get him out of there. They want him released on bail rather than being kept in jail while he awaits trial on sex trafficking charges. Combs is just the latest high-profile defendant to be locked up at MDC Brooklyn. Before him, there were R. Kelly, Elaine Maxwell, and crypto scammer Sam Bankman-Fried. Maxwell complained about her treatment at the facility, which included round-the-clock checks in the wake of her associate Jeffrey Epstein's jail suicide. A few years ago, a week-long power outage in the dead of winter left detainees in drab, cold conditions. Judges have also raised alarms. They've pressed the Bureau of Prisons for status updates and implored the agency to fix things. One judge even refused to send some defendants to the jail. For now, Combs is one of about 1,200 people locked up at MDC Brooklyn. He's the highest-profile detainee at a place that's been described as hell on earth.
The fallout for Steve Harvey's reputation has been significant. Fans who once admired him for his family values are now questioning whether those values were genuine or merely a facade. The public is left grappling with a difficult question. Why would Steve Harvey allegedly involve Lori in such a situation? And what does this reveal about the dynamics of power and influence within their family? The industry connection, Diddy and Steve Harvey's relationship. Beyond the personal allegations involving Lori, the relationship between Diddy and Steve Harvey appears to run deep, extending into the professional realm. Suge Knight, a controversial figure in the music industry, has alleged that Steve acted as Diddy's cleanup man, helping him manage scandals and protect his public image. If these claims are true, they suggest a far-reaching alliance that goes beyond simple friendship. Suji Knight's remarks have reignited scrutiny over how industry figures like Diddy are able to avoid accountability for alleged misconduct. According to Knight, Steve's role wasn't just supportive, it was strategic, helping Diddy maintain his status while keeping damaging stories out of the press. Steve was part of the machinery, Knight claimed, suggesting a deliberate effort to shield Diddy from scrutiny. These allegations highlight the darker side of Hollywood's power dynamics, where alliances between influential figures can enable harmful behavior. Viewers are left asking, how deep does the relationship between Diddy and Steve Harvey go? And what does it reveal about the culture of complicity in the entertainment industry? The Italy Vacation, a public display of a private arrangement. One of the most talked about moments in Lori and Diddy's saga was their trip to Italy, where they were photographed together with Steve Harvey. At the time, these photos were interpreted as a public display of approval from Steve, seemingly validating Lori and Diddy's relationship. However, in light of Lori's recent claims, this trip now appears more calculated than genuine. During the vacation, Lori and Diddy were seen dining and socializing with Steve, painting a picture of a modern, blended family. To the public, this seemed like an unusual but consensual dynamic. Now, many are questioning whether this trip was an orchestrated effort to legitimize a relationship that Lori may not have fully consented to. It felt staged, one fan remarked in hindsight, reflecting on the carefully curated imagery from the trip. This incident has become a focal point in the narrative, symbolizing how public appearances can be used to mask private truths. Viewers are left to wonder, was the Italy trip a genuine family vacation, or was it part of a larger strategy to control the narrative surrounding Lori and Diddy's relationship? Lori's denial, what she revealed about Diddy. In a surprising twist, Lori Harvey publicly denied ever dating Diddy during an interview with Adrienne Bailon. This revelation contradicts the widely accepted narrative pushed by media outlets and industry insiders at the time. Lori's denial has added a new layer of complexity to an already tangled story, raising serious questions about what was really going on behind the scenes. Lori's comments suggest that much of the public perception surrounding her relationship with Diddy was fabricated or exaggerated. "I hear so many things about myself that aren't true," Lori said, hinting at the possibility of a narrative being constructed without her full consent. This has led many to question the role of PR teams and media in shaping stories to benefit powerful figures like Diddy. Her denial not only challenges the narrative around her relationship, but also casts doubt on the authenticity of other high-profile celebrity unions. Viewers are now asking, if Lori didn't willingly date Diddy, what was really going on, and who was responsible for shaping the story we all believed? The Cassie Parallel, a pattern of control. Lori Harvey's alleged experiences with Diddy mirror those of Cassie, who filed a lawsuit accusing him of years of manipulation, abuse, and coercion. Cassie's detailed account described a toxic dynamic where she was surveilled, intimidated, and forced to remain silent through NDAs. The parallels between Cassie's story and Lori's claims suggest a troubling consistency in Diddy's treatment of women. Cassie's allegations include being coerced into dangerous situations and enduring constant emotional abuse. These claims align with Lori's implication that her relationship with Diddy wasn't entirely consensual, further illustrating a pattern of control. "This isn't just about two women, it's a systemic issue," one advocate remarked, highlighting the broader implications. As these stories gain traction, they paint a disturbing picture of how power can be used to exploit and silence individuals. Viewers are left asking, is Lori Harvey another victim of Diddy's long history of control, and what does this mean for holding him accountable? The role of NDAs, silencing the truth. NDAs have been a powerful tool in Diddy's arsenal, used to suppress allegations and maintain control over his public narrative. Multiple women, including Aubrey O'Day, have claimed they were coerced into signing NDAs that prevented them from speaking out about their experiences. Speculation is now growing about whether Lori Harvey was subjected to similar legal constraints. Aubrey described these NDAs as more than just contracts. They were instruments of silence that allowed Diddy to operate without consequence. Lori's recent denial of her relationship with Diddy has led many to question whether she, too, was legally bound to remain silent. If Steve Harvey was involved, his role in enforcing this. Silence adds another layer of complexity to the allegations. These revelations raise serious concerns about the ethics of NDAs and their role in perpetuating abuse. Viewers are left wondering, was Lori Harvey silenced through legal means? And what does this reveal about the entertainment industry's culture of secrecy? The public backlash? Steve and Diddy under fire. The allegations against Steve Harvey and Diddy have ignited a firestorm of public backlash. Social media has been flooded with calls for accountability, with fans expressing outrage over what they perceive as a betrayal by two men who once held significant public trust. Steve Harvey's image as a family man has taken a major hit, with many questioning how he could allegedly involve his daughter in such a situation. Diddy, already facing a growing list of allegations, has seen his reputation further tarnished. This isn't just gossip, it's a wake-up call, one commentator said, reflecting on the larger implications of these revelations. As the backlash continues, fans and critics alike are demanding justice and transparency. Viewers are left asking, will Steve Harvey and Diddy face real consequences, or will their power shield them once again? The bigger picture. What Lori's story reveals about power and exploitation. Lori Harvey's allegations have shone a spotlight on systemic issues within the entertainment industry, where power and influence often go unchecked. Her story highlights how exploitation can occur behind the scenes, masked by carefully crafted public narratives that protect the powerful while silencing the vulnerable. This case is part of a broader reckoning in Hollywood, as more victims come forward to share their stories. Public pressure is mounting for accountability, with many calling for structural changes to prevent similar abuses in the future. This isn't just about Lori, it's about breaking the cycle, said one advocate. As the industry grapples with these revelations, viewers are left asking, could Lori's story inspire others to speak out against powerful figures? And what lasting changes might it spark in Hollywood's culture of complicity? Lori Harvey reveals on how Steve Harvey sold her to Diddy. What happens when the glossy image of Hollywood families gets shattered by shocking allegations? Lori Harvey has broken her silence, and her claims are sending shockwaves through the entertainment world. She's not just talking about her controversial relationship with Diddy, she's pointing the finger at her own father, Steve Harvey, suggesting he may have played a role in orchestrating it. Could one of the most respected family men in showbiz, Steve Harvey, really have facilitated his daughter's involvement with Diddy for personal or professional gain? And if so, what does that say about the power dynamics within Hollywood's elite circles? Lori's statements have raised some serious questions. Was this relationship ever about love? Or was there something far darker at play? This isn't just about a father, a daughter, and a celebrity romance. It's about the way power and influence can twist even the closest relationships. We'll explore Lori's explosive revelations, Diddy's alleged history of control and manipulation, and how Steve Harvey's actions might have played a key role in shaping this disturbing narrative. By the end of this video, you'll have a new understanding of the hidden dynamics in Hollywood families and why Lori's story could spark a much-needed conversation about exploitation, power, and accountability. Stay tuned. It's a story you won't want to miss. And that wraps up today's deep dive into Lori Harvey's shocking allegations against Steve Harvey and Diddy. From the claims of coercion and manipulation to the unsettling dynamics of Hollywood power plays, this story has left us questioning the facade of fame and family values. We've explored how Lori's allegations fit into a broader pattern of control and exploitation, shining a light on a system that often protects the powerful while silencing the vulnerable. We also saw how Steve Harvey's alleged involvement challenges the public perception of him as a devoted father. What do you think about Lori's claims? Is this a wake-up call for the entertainment industry, or just another scandal that will fade with time? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your perspective. If you found this video insightful, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into stories that matter. Your support means the world to us and helps us continue uncovering the truths behind the headlines. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Stay curious, stay informed, and remember, not everything is as it seems in the world of the rich and famous.